Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't do well with the rest of the ice cream.
Yeah.
But that sorbet, everything I made.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you about this on air, if that's okay, because that's a great story, I think. Yeah. Oh, we're ready? Okay, great. We're rolling. Sounds great.
All right.
Cool. Hi, and welcome back to the Inside the Block podcast, where we go around and interview a different business owner in the fabulous warehouse block. And today I'm so excited because I'm here with Sav of Sav's Chill. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank
so
you.
glad you're here.
Appreciate
so,
it.
Sav, will you start us from the very beginning? Tell us about your business journey. Tell us about how you start. I mean, you've had multiple businesses in Lexington.
Yes.
So can you start from the very beginning and tell us?
Yeah, well, in life, before that, I'm Mamadou Savane. Everybody call me Sav.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the owner of Sav's Grill LLC, which, doing business as Sav's Gourmet Ice Cream, Sav Piment, which is my hot sauce, and Sav's Vinaigrette, which is the salad dressing.
I didn't know you had a hot sauce.
Oh, yeah, I do. It's right there.
Very good. Okay, great. Definitely getting some of that later.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I've been making that for a long time. So, as we all do in life, have a dream. For whatever reason, my family, my background is really, my mom and my sisters are huge, good cooks, which I learned from them. Moving here in 1993, just started thinking about owning, restaurant one day.
Yeah.
And honestly, I thought about this for so long, more than 10 years. Meanwhile, I was working higher agency and UPS, where I worked for like 15 years until one day it's like you've been working somewhere, there's not too much appreciation.
Yeah.
Big corporate, you are just a number.
Sure.
And I'm a person who cannot fake. If I'm working, I'm working. If I'm not working, so there were some taking advantage of me and stuff.
Your hard work and your heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that made me push to considering the dream I've been having for so long.
Go off on your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so one night I talked to my wife. I say, you know what? I think, as he did a few years ago for her jewelry business, I said, I think I want to open my own restaurant.
Yeah.
Which I tried to have some partners, but thanks God that didn't work out.
Okay.
And I went alone. And so I opened in 2008. I opened my first restaurant on Limestone.
Yeah, online, right next to campus,
Campus,
right?
yeah. Cross from Tin Roof.
Yeah.
And that's where I started. But when I got that place, it's like there were some equipment for sale. So there were ice cream freezer available. I said, well, if I buy this, where can I get ice cream? They told me about a guy who makes his own ice cream in town, Valentine's ice cream from Winchester.
Huh.
So I contacted him, and that's how I started. And he and I, we become good friends. And so they have another adventure to open a new business in South Carolina. And one day he came to the restaurant to say, well, sir, I have good news and bad news. The good news is we started a new business, and the bad news is I cannot provide you any more ice cream. I said, oh, so what are we going to do?
Yeah.
And he waited that to sink in a little bit, and then he said, well, if you find equipment, I don't mind to teach you how to make ice cream. So that's how the whole idea started. So right away, we're working with my son back then, and we started looking on eBay if we can find an ice cream maker, a machine.
Like a big, industrial
industrial
side. Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And 2 days later, my friend Scott, his name is Scott Berryman, he called 2 days later. He said, have you found an ice cream machine here? I said, we found one in Miami, but we are, back and forth.
Miami? They didn't have anything closer?
No. Well, back and forth.
No ice cream making
exactly.
in Kentucky.
Back and forth.
Okay.
And then he said, well, my partner said, we don't need this machine, so it's available if you want to buy it.
Oh, great. Well, perfect.
So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And that's the story of how I started my ice cream, making my own ice cream.
Yeah.
He came to the restaurant and teach us for like 2 weeks showing us how we do and everything. And then from there, that's since 2012,
Yeah.
I'm making my own ice cream.
So, but your first restaurant was like African cuisine,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
that's a kind of a big jump from that to ice cream, right?
Exactly.
Or I mean, so like, why ice cream?
Well, because like I said, there were equipment for sale.
Okay.
So that
you're like, why not?
yeah, I believe
Everyone likes it.
Exactly. I believe if there were no freezer available,
Okay.
I wouldn't have the idea to carry ice cream there.
Yeah, yeah.
But because that freezer, that's how I got it, and then
So have you always loved ice cream? Has it been a passion though?
now, yes.
You're forced to now.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
you eat it every day?
oh, that's dangerous.
Yes. Yes.
I self what do you call self control. Because
I have issues with
honestly,
that.
it's very hard when you're making ice cream to
Oh,
not
I'm sure.
taste it.
Of course.
And so the self-discipline. So I did that right at the beginning. I would make tons of ice cream all day. I wouldn't even taste it.
Wow.
So usually even here, when I close, I go home, that's when I crave for ice cream.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to come back, sneak in and get some.
Sneak in
and
the
go
back door of your own ice cream shop.
So, yeah.
Well, good thing you're the owner. I mean, you're not going to be getting in trouble with anybody.
Yeah, the cameras.
Yeah, the
but it's
cameras will find you.
It's me. I forgot
Okay, so
something.
favorite flavors then. Your favorite flavors.
My favorite flavors, it's a Spanish peanut butter.
Okay. Fair
Because
enough.
it's a red skin peanut. So they call that Spanish peanut. But because I put peanut butter and chocolate syrup, we come out with that name, Spanish peanut butter.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good flavor.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
My second flavor is a chocolate coconut almond.
So you like nuts?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really do like nuts a lot. Yeah. So
Okay, what's your third favorite flavor?
maybe cookies and cream or cookie.
Yeah.
Those are the classic things.
No, those are your favorites, but is that your customers? Like, what's the big seller here?
So an ice cream, what I'm learning, because I have a trailer, I take to different festivals,
Events, yeah.
events. They're, as I call classic, they're chocolate, vanilla, mint chocolate chip, cookies and cream, cookie dough. Those 5 things, anywhere
The
you go.
holy grail of ice cream.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
The kids those 5, they will order one
Somebody
of them.
will want something.
Exactly. So, but also, as you know, I serve 20 different flavors here. They're Kentucky coffee with bourbon,
Yeah. Okay.
which it's like espresso,
Yeah.
but very, very good. And I do bourbon bowl, and I do bourbon honey also. So those are the 3 bourbon flavors I have. And also, I create my own hot banana. It's a spicy banana.
Oh.
So I use the fresh bananas, but with my hot sauce.
Oh, fantastic.
That's what I put in, and
Yeah.
people love it.
Oh, I so want to try that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. And actually, we did say we're going to have some
Yeah,
ice cream when
we need to
talk.
after this for sure. Yeah, that's kind of why we are doing the interview
Exactly.
here. Yeah.
And then also, I do lavender ice cream.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the only one make that here in town.
Yeah.
So I get my lavender flower from Good Food Co-op.
Oh, it's local. That's great.
It's local, so I make that.
Awesome.
So that and the pistachio and hibiscus sorbet.
Yeah.
Hibiscus is it's something very healthy. So and I believe I'm the only one make that also here.
Yeah, I think
because,
you are too.
Coming from West Africa, we use hibiscus for so many things.
Oh, really?
So I come out with that flavors. And also back in Maxwell, where I used to have my first ice cream shop, I come out with this L8 sorbet. So, L8 is...
Oh, yeah, the L8.
Yeah. So, the L8 is really, it's Kentucky.
Yeah, definitely.
That's Kentucky. That's like, it will be good to carry that. So those are my 2 sorbet. Hibiscus sorbet we call BSAP, and then LA sorbet. So
tell me the difference. I should know this already, but like ice cream is very like milk and cream based, and
Correct.
sorbet is like just
not.
water.
So sorbet have you have an ingredient, but there are no dairy at all.
Okay.
So, you have the hibiscus or the L8. I get like a 5-gallon concentrated L8. And I pour that into a 3-gallon tub, like half. But there are other things you need to put in order to become sorbet and soft. Like the stabilizer
Okay.
you need to add, and then corn syrup you need to
syrup,
add.
okay.
All that helps, because if you make sorbet as it is, it will be hard like ice. You can scoop it.
Sure.
So those ingredients
Yeah,
help
kinda
to
like smooth it out.
Smooth it out, yeah. Especially the stabilizer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, I'm
important.
sure.
And sorbet, any sorbet you make, you gotta use that.
I think you have such fun flavors, and it's so good. You have, all the bourbon, and you got the ale. You have all these like local things. It's great. It's good for like visitors and tourists.
And I'm a Kentuckian now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, paying homage to this.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You gotta,
Yeah.
you have to include that into, to make, like you said, tourism come.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is Kentuckian? It's like bourbon here. It's a
Yep.
bourbon and horses.
Yes.
So if you have at least 3
You don't have a
different
horse
ones-
flavor, do you?
No.
Not yet.
I'm
We need to
figuring
figure
that out.
It's just like, hey, you're just making hey sorbet.
Oh my gosh, that would be great.
It'd be really good.
Yeah.
So why did you choose? I mean, you had 2 very successful businesses before you opened up Sab's Chill, because you were on Limestone, then you were on Main Street.
Correct.
And so I'm sure you had your pick of the litter in Lexington of where you wanted to put an ice cream shop. So why here?
So I spent 11 years on Limestone.
Okay.
And then, God gave me a chance, this 630 East Main Street, where Subway was there for 10 years.
Yeah.
So when they moved out, and I had the chance to buy that building. But being in Limestone, the restaurant is one side, the ice cream is the other side. I always hope to get a place where I can put both businesses in one place, which helped me with Main Street. So that was 2019. And then we opened, boom, COVID came 2020.
Oh, okay.
So that really, we survived for the year of COVID, takeout only. But after COVID, things were started coming back little by little. But it was just getting tough.
I bet.
Things got expensive, the restaurant, ingredients, stuff, hard to find people to work. And I was exhausted. And I remember one day I was home and my wife looking at me, she's like, "You're tired."
Yeah.
And so that's when, the idea just hit me. It's like, man, I think I'm gonna take a break from the restaurant. So that was the case on Main Street. So we closed. We announced to the community we're going to be closing for about, we have 1 month to close. And that was insane because the whole town was there.
Just, yeah.
It's
Like, don't go.
I said,
Don't do it.
yeah,
where were you before? Yeah.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
If it was like this, man, I wouldn't think about
Yeah.
closing. So it was a kind of disappointment when I moved to that place with all the improvement I did over
Yeah.
there. So I closed and we got the people to rent it, the place. And so I take a break from the whole thing for about a year.
Yeah. I bet you needed it.
Exactly.
Yeah, to reflect and
yeah. But been working for yourself for almost 16 years, and starting to take I'm taking a break. Yeah, the honeymoon was like, it was exciting.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's like, I can't.
Bored.
I gotta do something.
Yeah.
So one day I was, I live on Kenwick, Victoria Avenue. So I was walking to go to downtown. So I was coming out in the Richmond Avenue. I had a neighbor named Blake. He was walking to the gas station to buy beer. So hey man, how are you? Yeah. So we start walking. He said, man, I hear rumors. I said, oh, what is that? He said, the gym, because this place used to be a gym.
Yeah.
He said they closed and now they have a businesses. But
This building we're in right now with Blue Door, and you used to be a gym?
Yeah, CrossFit.
Oh, a CrossFit. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they moved back there.
Okay.
So he informed me that the landlords are looking to have an ice cream place. So Chad was talking with Boone, back and forth, but nothing was
Coming of it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So when he informed me that, I said, wow. I said, man, this is my territory because I live like 10-minute walk from here.
Yeah.
So next day.
And I know how to make ice cream.
Exactly. Next day, I went straight to Chad's office. And I said, hey, Chad, how are you? And so we, greeted each other. And I said, well, I heard that you are renting this place for ice cream. I said, I'm still doing ice cream. He said, oh. Chad is a nice guy.
Very, yeah.
Yeah, he said, man, at first I apologize. I felt because you take a break from restaurant.
Yeah,
so
meant
it was
you were just
everything,
done.
Done.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm still doing the ice cream.
Cool.
He said, well, if you're interested, well, we can talk about it. I said, I am interested, except in 2 weeks I'm going to travel out of the country for 4 months.
Oh.
I say, I'm interested, but that's my only thing.
Yeah.
And he said, well, Sav, I didn't sign anything with these people who are interested in, Crankin Boone. He said, if you told me 51% you are interested, I will save the place for you.
It's great.
That's
great.
what happened.
It's meant to be, yeah.
Exactly.
And then you still got to go travel for 4 months.
For 4 months. I went and did my trip, and I was in Africa. We built a house there and everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and I come back March last year.
Of 2024?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went and I signed for 5 years lease. March. And this place, it was only bathroom. Nothing else was here.
Oh, wow.
So I request for them to build this little storage for me.
Okay.
And I did this layout.
Smart.
So I was kind of proud of myself.
Yeah.
With that experience I have from the restaurant on Main Street, construction, so I did this layout. So March, I signed a lease. March, April, May 18, I opened this place.
I mean, I can't believe you've only been here a little over a year.
Yeah,
That's weird. I mean, like you're such a jewel of the warehouse block. I feel like you've been here forever.
Yeah, three days ago, it was 1 year.
Oh, amazing. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So
and you have the giant door that opens, the warehouse door.
It's really, so it really worked out very, very well. And I thank Chad for that because, he went 4 months without rent. But I'm glad I'm here. And that was the whole idea for me to I can't live like this. And bills still coming.
Sure.
I have to do something.
Yeah.
Because I felt closing the restaurant will just survive with my, trailer. But no, those events are weekends only.
Mm-hmm.
And the weekdays I'm home, I don't know what to do to myself. Mm-hmm. So I start pulling my hair. But I'm glad
this man needs to work.
Exactly, so, and I'm glad that, I'm here now. So hopefully I'm going to be here.
I love your food truck, though. I mean, the
trailer,
the trailer is great. I mean, and you really are you are paving, you're on the ground. I mean, you're at every event, I feel like. It's not a it's not a Woodland Art Fair without you.
No, well, it's Woodland Art Fair is huge.
Yeah, it's a big one, I
for
bet.
Lexington. And so I'm glad I'm part of it. Actually, I just had an email yesterday, so I'm in this year too.
Yeah, you're in on that. Of course. Of course you are. So you and I were discussing before we were on air about Railbird.
Yeah.
So speaking of your trailer and being at Railbird, tell us about the year that it was like their last year at Keeneland, and they kind of had an issue with water. I think a lot of Lexingtonians remember it as being maybe not the greatest Railbird because of the water issue.
Yeah.
But you were there and you were vending and you were selling ice cream. So tell us about what you had noticed that year. I love this.
Yeah, well, that was really unfortunate for whoever was,
totally.
I'm
certainly
sure
not on purpose.
I didn't do that on purpose, and it was someone did mistake somewhere.
Sure.
But as I say, I was I think I'm still the only ice cream vendor in that event.
For Railbird, yeah.
So back then at Keeneland, the layout was different than Red Mars right now. So I used to, Keeneland, the 2 years they were there, I was using my trailer.
Yeah.
So I had, I think, 8 flavors, but one flavor was sorbet.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade, yeah.
So with the with the crisis of the water,
Yeah.
I mean, it was hot.
Yeah,
and people were exhausted. It's so hot.
And it was
the sun-
that was back when it was like in August.
Exactly.
Not late May.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that day, luckily for me, I would say it was not planned, but I have that sorbet, which is kind of refreshing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! My tubs are 3-gallon tubs.
Yeah.
I believe I went through at least more than 15 tubs that day. It was just
So
insane.
nobody wanted the ice cream.
No one
Always
wanted
the sorbet, of course.
Sorbet.
Yeah.
So we went through that, and back then I have the restaurant. I swear, I have to come back around 11 and make
11
pink
at night?
lemonade at night.
Oh man.
Pink lemonade. I started making that until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
In order to have that available the next day.
The next day.
But of course, next day come, they already take their, the water was free.
Yeah.
They had,
I think they bought.
plenty.
I remember I was at that one, and I think they bought every water bottle, maybe in the state of Kentucky. And it
Exactly.
was just like they were just
It was
passing it
just
out.
handing-
They're like, "We're so sorry."
Yeah, so really that was, like I said, it was a bummer. And
Yeah.
I guess Kinlan was not pleased.
Sure.
And that's where maybe it comes like
Yeah.
they say.
But at least we know, as a really good backup, if there's a water shortage, then pink lemonade sorbet is
Yes.
a fantastic alternative for
Exactly.
hydration
Exactly.
in general.
So that was, I guess I was lucky
Yes.
to have that sorbet that day. And we went through a lot.
Yeah.
And I believe that was the reason Railbird, they changed the month, when they
Sure.
did it. So
I think they got a lot of feedback about, can we please put it in a month that's not as hot?
Exactly,
And so I think
exactly.
they've done leaps and bounds. Like they've really listened to feedback in terms of what music to play and what time of the year it should be, what the venue should be, what parking should be.
Correct.
I think they really pivot very nicely, and that's it's a mainstay.
I think that's a good thing for them and for the community also.
Definitely. I love Railbird.
Really, it's one of the best events I do through the year, and and this year for first time they did May 31st and June 1st.
Oh, okay, yeah. May 31st of June.
Last 2 years was like June 1st, June 2nd. So they're
It's kind of backing up a
backing
little
up
bit.
a little bit, yeah. So So next
Any other
weekend.
fun events you like to go? You like Railbird? You like Woodland Art Fair?
Woodland Art Fair, I do Oktoberfest,
Oh, okay.
which is the big one.
Like Christ the King one?
Christ the
Okay,
King,
cool.
yeah, it's a really nice. Already signed for that.
It's like its own little Railbird. They really pull in music.
I mean, gosh,
They
yeah,
pull in
and
some great bands.
It's a big church,
Yeah.
which have a huge members,
A lot of
and
budget.
tons of kids. Yeah, a lot of budget and tons of kids. So it's
Oh,
good.
so then the ice cream sells itself.
Exactly, and also I do Josephine a sculpture park in
okay.
Frankfurt.
Oh, cool.
I do that. I do some school events.
Cool.
Here and there. Honestly, like this year, I decided to not do every event came to my way. I have to
Yeah.
choose which one,
Yeah.
because it's.
Do you do private events? Like if I were
I
to be
do.
like, come do my birthday party or something?
So
or...
our minimum is 100.
Okay. 100 people?
People.
Okay.
So I've been doing some wedding since I started, maybe at least 5-7 different weddings, which I just bring the trailer.
Yeah.
And be there, and then the reception is inside, and when it's time for dessert, and people just
People
come
come
out.
out to the,
And I give also whoever organizing, I will let them choose the flavor they want. So I bring that for their events.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
bet.
fun.
I bet that's
It's,
really fun. That's good.
yeah.
That's good to know that you do that though, because I bet people that would be really popular, especially like in the summer months.
Oh
too.
yeah. I do that, and then if I can't go, if your event is kind of 40 or 50 people, I will suggest you to do half pint.
Yeah.
So we can do pre-pack, and they just come and then they like a South Hill neighborhood. They just order like 100 half pint, but 4 flavors. So I just delivered that to them yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Very good.
yeah, it's,
Very good.
and then the ice cream. still, a lot of people still don't know I'm here.
Yeah.
And but it's changing.
Yeah.
From last year to this year, I already see how, especially evenings, we are very, very busy here
Oh,
in
I'm
the
sure.
evening. And also, I collaborate with Ashland Elementary School.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
And
You're so close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like today, last week, I had first group was 20 students, second was 36 students. And I think today they're going to walk here, two classes, maybe another 36
Yeah.
students, which is, it's great.
I know.
You know, kids with ice cream.
I know. It's almost unfair to the other Fayette County public schools that do not have their kids that are close to staff's children.
Yeah. So
my kid's school is nowhere near yours, and I'm mad.
And let the PTA people know. Because if they have an event, if it fit in my schedule, I will do it. Like last Saturday, I went to, we had a block
warehouse
party
block.
here.
Yeah.
But I had an event at Wellington Elementary School.
Oh, cool.
And that really, it was a lot of kids.
Yeah.
It was great. And so it's, ice cream with the kids.
Yeah.
I tell you, one thing I love this job, it's children.
Yeah.
I mean, kids.
Oh, I love that.
First of all, naturally, I have some connection with kids.
Sure.
Seriously, I can be walking at the grocery, the kid will be looking at me, or the wife waving.
Yeah, but I think you have the same effect on adults, because I'll go to it could be a woodland art fair, and you're walking around like the Pied Piper, and everybody's following after you.
Yeah.
Or I'll go into the willow, and people are gathered around you. You have a magnetism.
Oh my God, I don't know. It's a good thing, but scary also.
Yeah, everybody's stab.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah. I need to open up an ice cream shop. I want to be more popular.
You will be kids' friends. Because I tell you, I mean, I was telling my wife, I said, if the kids still coming here and the way I interact with them, and I'm gonna live 100 years, because
of course,
kids it's a true. I mean, kids are not fake.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I mean, it's great. I love that more than so. I have this plan. I start taking pictures with different kids here, of course, with parents' permission.
Sure.
So because that wall over there.
Oh yeah, it needs a little something. Yeah.
So what I want to do, I'm gonna collect different pictures, and then I'm gonna frame them and just put up there.
Love it.
And
Definitely.
then maybe when kids come, they can recognize themselves in some pictures.
Yeah.
Because it's great.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to have this place, and I'm also minus restaurant. I'm really happy to come back to the community again.
Definitely, it's a good balance for you.
It's a really nice balance. The experience I have on ice cream, the restaurant business, doing this, I always say this is like a piece cake compared to running restaurant. So I'm enjoying this, and like I said, with the kids being big part of this business, I love it more than anything.
Yeah.
I have this little story. They're a family who just moved here from England. The dad is French, the mom is American. They have and actually she's expecting, but they have two children, Finny and Margot. So Finny, I think he's 3 years old. This family, they love ice cream. And just move in town, they discover my place. They're here at least maybe twice or 3 times a week. And this boy, when he came, he wanted to see me.
Yeah.
So earlier time, one day I was not here, they came, and he walked in, and I have my employees, and the boy asked, "Where is Sal?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, he stepped out there, he's not here." Oh boy, he cried.
We all do. You think this is only a one-time occurrence? Every time I come here and it's not you, I'm like, where's Sal?
That did.
He represents us all.
Yeah. So I come back later on that day, and then she told me. I said they promised they're coming back the next day.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I said I'm gonna do everything to be here.
I love that.
So I was here, and then you have to see this boy coming. He saw me. How his face would light up. That's like, oh man. So that it's just it make your kind of like purpose. Like I'm doing something right, and
For sure.
I just make my heart melt. Really, I love that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
So
You're in it for all the right reasons.
exactly,
Yeah.
and I hope I will be here for a long, long
Yeah.
time, and I think I
Yeah.
will.
I think you will too.
Yeah. So
Well, you have your own kids, right?
yes,
Yeah.
I have.
And congratulations, you just became a grandfather.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
we have
congrats.
three beautiful children. You know,
Yeah.
Bengali was the oldest, who is a pilot now. You know, he buys sail airplanes.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, back in the days, he started working with me when he was 12.
Oh, wow.
So and then two girls, Diaka Grace, who is coming Monday from Netherlands.
Oh, great. She was
Yeah.
in the Netherlands?
Yeah, she went there for her master's.
Okay.
And now she's just working.
Okay.
So she's coming to meet her niece.
Oh,
And
neat.
then
Good.
and my youngest one, Kani, who is kind of like a assistant manager here,
Okay, great.
but she's a personal trainer. She do that, and then also she work at Roxy
Oh, fun.
as a bartender.
Yeah,
on
she's
weekend.
busy, sounds
She's very
like,
busy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So and then of course 5 days ago
5
or 6
days.
days ago, we become a grandparent
So
with
exciting.
a little
Yeah.
Little girl.
Little
My
girl,
gosh,
yeah.
It's just.
Were you there when she was born?
No, we were not.
Yeah.
We, like I said, we try to not being like that pushing
You were giving
grandparent
them space,
Space,
yeah.
you know. So we were not there, but when the baby was born, 2 days later we came to visit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, like a newborn. Gosh, it's just like this.
They're so little.
Oh,
It's like
little.
you can't believe
and,
how small they are.
with that noise, and
Yeah.
so it was 7 pounds and 5. And,
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really neat. And yeah.
That's great. That's really great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Congrats again.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
What do you
you.
think her favorite ice cream flavor is going to be?
Ah,
Did you think about that ever?
well, that's another thing I told the other grandpa.
Yeah.
When they did a baby shower, and we were their family, and we came to thanks people for coming. And so I joked to the other grandpa. I said, "Well, I believe I'm gonna be the favorite grandpa."
Yeah, of course, obviously.
And he's like, "Why?" I mean,
Yeah.
I said, "Bill,
'Cause I
remember,
saw ice
I
cream."
make ice cream, so I will have that girl."
I bet he was like, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But I said, "But if you want, you can come here and then sit down, and maybe I will give you a chance to, you know."
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
for her favorite ice cream, that would be, oh my gosh, she's only 6 days.
I know. We have to. You should have looked into her eyes and have thought to herself, you know,
Yeah,
which one is
that's
it going
like
to be? Yeah.
So I think I have a time to think.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You know, because
I'm gonna get back to you on this.
Yeah, so too early, but
Too early.
let's 1.5, 2.
Maybe when she's a week old, we can start talking.
Yeah, or I make a flavor and name after her.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, she deserves it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
So,
cool. Well,
yeah.
thanks so much for letting us be here.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it's a pleasure anytime. You know,
sounds great.
I love what you all do,
Yeah.
and this is great, and hopefully people will discover this and will know
Definitely.
what businesses are in this part of town.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have a huge hope for this whole area.
Yeah.
Things are changing.
Yeah.
And I believe this area right now it's full. You can't find a place to rent.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm very happy to be
In it now.
in
Yeah.
now, and so hopefully everything else they want to do
Mm-hmm.
will attract more people to be here. This is
Definitely.
my neighborhood. It's a large neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so I'm really happy to be part of this.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah,
You know,
great.
Lexington be good to me.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I've been living here 32 years now.
Incredible.
I mean, longer than where I'm from.
Yeah, that's
So-
kind of the switch over, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can proudly say I'm
You're
a
a
Lexington.
Lexingtonian, yes.
Yes, I am.
For sure. You're like Mr. Lexingtonian.
It's a really nice city.
Yeah.
We have a great
It is, I love it.
community, and people are just friendly. Had a couple here yesterday. They're from Canada. They're visiting, so it's first time in Lexington. But they were surprised how nice people are. You know, it's like people are so friendly here.
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah, this is we're nice to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, choose to come visit us here. Yeah.
Definitely.
The least we can do is be nice to you.
Absolutely.
You know, so
it's a very friendly town. I like that about it. It's approachable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and thanks for having me.
Yeah. No,
also.
thank you.
And,
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
I hope I did okay. And
Yo, you did great. And now you owe me an ice cream. So.
just
Okay,
I serve you if you want to stay there.
Let's do it, Brandon.
And I serve you, and then you
Yes.
can just.
I'm so excited. I want to try your favorite.